Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Guy with a mic, back with another video. Today is my birthday, so if y'all would, leave a happy birthday down in the comment section below. Let's get into the video. Deion Sanders humiliated after daughter's meltdown online. Let's see what this is all about.
I've been chilling, Daddy. I haven't done anything.
Can you stop me? Yeah, but can you not do anything to get the Sanders family on the table?
River TV.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back
Riva?
again with another video. Oh my gosh, so much going on in this week of Father's Day, right? And obviously we know that Deion Sanders has been in the media a couple of times recently because of him kind of like calling out the embarrassment that has been going on with his oldest daughter, Deandra.
Keep the family on the table.
There's been a lot of back and forth. You know, she's was in a very public relationship, had a very public breakup, takes to the blogs to kind of like use it as a space to vent. And finally, Deion Sanders called her out. So we're going to go ahead and dive into the conversation. And of course, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinion on this entire situation. Now, for those of you guys who are unaware, Deion Sanders has actually been married a total of 2 times, right?
Okay.
A lot of people are more familiar with his second wife, Pilar, because of their, marriage and very, very messy divorce. But he was actually married to a woman by the name of Carolyn Chambers.
Okay.
They were married for about 9 years, and out of that marriage, they had 2 children, right? They had Deandra Sanders and Deion Sanders Jr. And you guys know, okay, if you want to guess if the 2 of them were in love or happy together, anytime you see a couple and they are giving their baby multiple spins off of that man's name, they was in love. Okay. Now, around 2024, Deandra actually got into a very...
What's this dude name again, man? Tyrese? No? Fuck, it's muted.
It was a very shocking 2024. Deandra actually got into a very public relationship with R&B singer Jacquees.
There we go.
It was a very shocking situation, literally from the inception of their relationship, because Jacquees was actually in a relationship with another artist, and it kind of seemed like right as that other relationship ended, he was immediately in a relationship with Deandra, and she was immediately pregnant also.
I was
Immediately jumping from still in the relationship and jumping into another one. Man, if I was Deion, man, I would have been like, yo, what are you doing? Then to get immediately pregnant. I think that honeymoon phase be so strong. People just really be thinking like, man, it's gonna always be like this forever. Oh, I don't care about your past. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Like if I was to go and try to get a loan from a bank, they wouldn't look at how I've handled money in the past to, see, is this something I want to move forward with? Got to do the same thing with people, man, especially people that you can be tied down to for the rest of your life, Crazy, brother. Like, what the fuck, bro? What's going on out here, boy?
was in a relationship with a guy for 6 years, and a girl was introduced to me by this guy during a birthday trip, and next thing I know, she was pregnant.
Now, that sparked internet drama on its own between Jacquees and the ex, which her name is Dreezy, between Dreezy and Deandra. And people started to see her, constantly going back and forth on social media, being a part of this, drama situation, right?
Man, that's never a good look too, man, especially with Deion Sanders having as many haters and naysayers as he do, just like bringing that type of attention to the family. It just don't work for nobody. And you think about, like, what is it for? It's for a man that was in a relationship when y'all got together. And then on top of that, just shooting up the club. I don't know how soon it was that the pregnancy happened, but it's like, the fuck, man?
The way it played out on the internet, it just was what it was. And I still never made it about the girl, because one thing about me, it's always the guy. I'm going to hold the guy accountable. But if you go online and you saying stuff about me, like, I get paid to talk. Like, I can't help. I'm going to respond. I'm going to defend myself.
Now, as we know, that is not how Deion Sanders get down, okay? Even when he was mentoring the likes of Travis Hunter, you know, he always went on his campaigns and talked about, you know, turning the other cheek and, you know, basically taking the high road and not, you know, necessarily getting involved in all of, you know, the stuff that goes on social media.
Coach, it's been a hell of a 10 days for Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Some great stuff, maybe some bull junk.
I don't know where the bull jump comes in at. I think it's all a blessing. I'm always focused on the positive, not the negative. It's so easy to see the negative when the positive is right there in front of you. Why would you focus on that when the positive is right there in front of you?
Now, recently, the you know,
wisdom
baby
right there,
daddy,
y'all.
her
That's
baby
wisdom.
daddy in question, R&B singer Jacquees, has been on a promotional tour promoting his upcoming album, and a lot of people.
Man, I don't even know the numbers, bro. Who listening to Jacquees, bro? Which one of you brothers out there listening to Jacquees?
Have asked him
Yo,
about
he could be like super popular too. I don't even know, man. I'm so out of touch with, you know, popular music and R&B. But like, yo, I don't hear nobody bumping Jacquees, bro.
you know, the relationship in regards to her, his ex that people thought that he was going to stay with, and a clip from that interview went viral, and she obviously did not like the things that he had to say, you know, within the conversation.
There was a little bit of drama between, like, you know how they would say the love triangle between you and a Deja Love for you and a Dreezy. I know you and Dreezy was together for 5 to 6 years.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not gonna lie, we always rooting for you and Dreezy. So
A lot of
my
people
thing
was.
is,
We
we're-
kind of grew up together. You feel me?
Exactly, and those
It's
are the most important relationships, you know, in terms of you becoming a man, she becoming a woman that age.
And those are
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure the interviewer saying already that she preferred him in that relationship instead of the relationship with Deandra already set her off, but he kept venting, and he was being very honest about how he felt about the entire situation.
I feel like with me and Dreezy, now I got a lot of respect for Dreezy. You know what I'm saying? Like anything, like the way that we ended was a little sloppy.
Yeah.
Because it went online.
And it was random.
And I wasn't all the way. My heart went all the way out of it. You see what I'm saying? Even though like in my mind I thought that I was ready for something else. Like you're not really ready for something else until you're completely done with something.
He then talked about how, you know, she rapidly got pregnant, and, you know, he wanted to start a family at that time.
I was moving fast. And I knew what I wanted because I wanted a son. But I also wanted a family. But I knew a son was at the top of my mind. It had been on the top of my mind since I was in a relationship with Dreezy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I got with Deandra, of course it happened fast. If I could go back in time, I would have never said all that. But I wouldn't even got there because I would have made sure the chapter was all the way closed with.
He had been with his, you know,
Yeah, that's one thing, man. It's like jumping from relationship to relationship, and you're not completely finished with that last relationship. It's messy. Nobody involved is better from it. So it's like, yo, just close that book, sit it down. Might even take a chill pill for a second. Just rest for a little bit. But I know how like entertainers and rappers and, you know, people with you know, B+ tier celebrity status kind of get down. It's kind of like, fuck that, jump from that to that. But when you do, it leave like this trail of sloppiness and messiness that ultimately hurts your brand. With the Jacquees, I don't know, because he kind of like the playboy, but you know, it just don't look good, especially for a Deandra. Tied to a Deion Sanders, like it's just like it don't look good.
know, previous relationship for years, and she'd never had any slip ups. She never got pregnant. And, you know, he thought that maybe that was, you know, entering into the right direction with this situation. And that was kind of like a signal to move forward.
Man, this gotta be God. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I've been with Drees for years. She never got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I was with her from, I was 23 till now. You know what I'm saying? Like, she never got pregnant.
A lot of people were also very confused as to, you know, why she got into a relationship and immediately had a child, you know, with somebody that she was just getting and learning to know.
Right.
And it was revealed that she had like some kind of health issues, and she kind of felt like this was like her one opportunity to be able to have a child, and she didn't want to ruin that.
So after your procedure, it went well, but we weren't able to remove all the fibroids. So since this is your 4th myomectomy, I just want to let you know that it's going to be kind of hard in the future to conceive a child.
So after all of this speech, you know, the interviewer also asked the question
okay.
if he would ever spin the block on that ex-girlfriend.
That does add a bit of perspective to it with kind of where her mindset was and why she's doing what she's doing. That does shine a little bit of light on the case.
Dreezy, and he definitely did not give a definitive no.
See yourself ever spinning the block?
With?
You told me.
I mean, I don't know. I've spent the block before.
Yeah.
Now, how do you spin the block again? I don't know because I'm at peace.
Yeah.
Well, where I'm at in my life now, I don't like to really set plans on love.
Yeah.
Like, I like to just, like, go and see what it's going to be.
Now, as soon as Deandra saw that interview, her Twitter fingers started typing immediately, per usual, right? Like that is her norm, is to vent and give everybody her feelings on the internet. And this time was no different. Her first post said, "I take full accountability." Then she said, "I was so in love that I ignored every warning. My family tried to tell me. Even his ex tried to tell me. Matter of fact, she made a whole song about it, and I still convinced myself that what we had was real. I just feel hurt, disappointed, and honestly, I need some time." Heartbreak emoji. She then posted again and said, "People always say I could have had anybody, an athlete, etc., and that's true, but I don't date people based off of their money. The truth is, I fell in love and was sold a dream, later to find out I was just a rebound. I can't wait till my son grows up to know and see the truth for himself." Now, immediately after...
Now, I know she's feeling shitty, but like you got to take some accountability too. You know, you're a smart young woman, man. You see, okay, this Jacquees, this is lifestyle, this kind of what he doing, got a old girl. You can't just be completely blindsided, man. And then to have father figures like a Deion Sanders in your life, in your ear, like, hey, man, this might not be. And then to be like, nah, forget all that, man. This true love. A weekend. I don't know if it was a week. But nah, this true love, man. This is what it is. And then get pregnant. Man, you got to bite that bullet. Like, you got to take some form of accountability, man, on who you choose.
After Deion Sanders got wind of this situation, he responded publicly as well to all of these posts. He responded and said, "Give it to God and let's go. God got you. # no mo." Next post he said was, "You know every scripture, but you run and isolate yourself when it gets tough. You stop moving, working, talking, and conversing with God. You have a straight out pity party alone. Baby, keep moving, working, blessing folks, and being positive. You can win if you don't quit." Then he responded again and said, "Lord, Lord, Lord." Now, this is the thing. Okay, I said this before in like some various different conversations, and I have to say it again. I just don't understand when these celebrity kids don't do nepotism correctly. Like, I just don't get it, right? And so I think it must be extremely difficult for Deion Sanders, the man, the father, who, you know, wants to protect his children, wants to cover his daughter, and seeing her, like, you know, choosing to do all these things, and not only, you know, doing the things and making the decisions and making the mistakes or whatever, but also living her life so out loud and so publicly.
Yeah, yo, that's crazy.
Right? Because he's literally called her out on it before, like, you know, why every time we're in the shade room is because of you.
Why do you keep the family in the shade room? Could you stop?
I've been chilling, Daddy. I haven't done anything.
Can you stop? Yeah, but can you not do anything to get the Sanders family on the shade room?
And like, you can tell, like, he's serious too. He's like, baby, like, come on, can you keep the Sanders name out the shade room? Like, can you just stop? And I don't know, it's like,
stop. Yeah, but can you not do anything to get the Sanders family on the shade room?
Now, in the midst of all the drama,
like, maybe.
Mama, you know, she keeps bringing up, just like in this tweet, you know, she also went onto Angela Yee's platform and she was saying how, like, you know, basically when she was getting all into the drama, her dad pulled her to the side and he had a lot of opinions. And, you know, she decided that she wasn't going to listen to him, only to find out that everything that he said, he was right about.
What does your daddy say about this relationship?
My family is the type where they're gonna support whatever I want to do.
Okay,
he's gonna say how he feel. Like he said how he felt in the beginning when I first introduced him to it. You know, that's between me and my daddy. But I want to say now, Daddy, you might was right.
Imagine having a father who has been in the public eye for the majority of his life.
Yeah.
Had a very tumultuous, nasty, public divorce, messy divorce, and, you know, is giving you the game based off of his lived experiences, right? That
His
we
baby
all
girl, his
saw in the
daughter.
public.
Tried to bite me when I was carrying out of my room.
Hall of Fame football star Deion Sanders is in one huge mess with his estranged wife. She's been arrested for allegedly attacking him in the house they're forced to share during their super bitter divorce.
Hey, fellas, keep cameras in your house, boy. I'm just telling you, just keep cameras in here.
Divorce.
My kids just saw that. I mean, they're scarred for life.
Only for you to feel like maybe you are above reproach, feel like maybe you know it all, feel like, your, his knowledge and his wisdom and experience is, only, subject to his own life, and he
Right.
can't teach you or show you or tell you anything. And for them, him to have to be the one to kind of like pick up the pieces and be there for you when he was the one waving the red flag, like, hello, you saw what I went through. Why are we doing this?
I want to say now, Daddy, you might was right.
Even her mom, right? Again, the first ex-wife of Deion Sanders was sitting down there and was, having the conversation like, listen, I even tried to tell her. Her mom wasn't even, messy. They didn't have any toxicity. There was no drama. And even she is trying to give her the game. And the mom is like, she don't even listen to me.
Your mama been giving y'all good wisdom.
What?
You've been giving them good wisdom, though.
Oh, I try to.
Yeah.
DeAndre resisted most of the time.
Yeah.
The last thing a parent that has been in a public...
You know, what they say, a hard head make for a soft ass? Sometimes you got to let them go out there and make the mistakes, man. And let them fall. When you fall, you hit that ground, you're like, oh, shit, that's hard. Fire is hot. You got to let them
tumultuous divorce would want is for their children to then embark in relationships and then be in public turmoil consistently with their ex, their baby mama, the baby daddy, or whoever. Like, that is the absolute last thing that they would want because they've already been through it.
They just saw two women jump their dad in his own house, in his room, in my room. It's sad, man.
And, sometimes, obviously, everybody has their own journey. A lot of times kids feel like they have to touch the stove to feel like, it's hot to know for sure. And so, I'm sure to see him doing this, to see his daughter doing this on social media, while she publicly, had this outburst about her ex, he felt the need to publicly show his support or his ability to comfort her because of the fact that, like, it's all gonna go back to his name, right? Like, everybody know you,
right, everything,
because you're this man's child.
Exactly.
You did not get this public baby daddy or in these spaces to meet whoever or be amongst whoever just off of your own merit. It is because all of these things are connected right back to the man.
So not only is he like obligated because it's his daughter, but the obligation of the last name as well. Like, no one knows Deandra. Hey, Deandra Sanders. Oh, Sanders. You feel me? So it's like he got to be there because it is his daughter. Then he got to be there to kind of face tank the backlash that might come on the last name.
Yeah, but can you not do anything to get the Sanders family on the shade move?
Nobody is talking about, what her mama did or didn't do. Nobody is like, oh, why is her mama's child, all up on the internet doing this? It all goes back to Deion Sanders.
That's Deion's daughter.
Right? And so he built this space, this legacy he built upon his name so that his children would be afforded better opportunities so they can have easier opportunities. He broke down these barriers for them to have these spaces, only for sometimes these kids to want to go, grow up in this clean space with clean cut grass, polished fences and all that, only for them to want to go over there and jump in the mud. And
I've never understood that. Like, especially growing up where I grew up at, you got people that have money, got resources, got the means to, and they want to be in the hood. Like, yo, why? Like, why? You don't get face card for living on Wolf Branch, but you down on Grant. Some outdoor shit.
I noticed that she said, that, oh, people could say that she could do so much better. And even, she did an interview where the interviewer was like, oh, I wanted so much more for you.
I wanted more for you. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest.
Thank you. I thank you for your honesty.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
I don't know my mans.
Yeah, no.
But I wanted more for you.
This is not only to even talk about the man in a bad way, right? We can't even bring Jacquees into this and talk about him in a bad way because, we know that who is responsible for bringing, life into the world? It is a woman. A woman knows
Make the decision
if she want to have a baby right now or if she don't.
Right.
She knows all the things that she can do, how she can protect herself, how she can stop it from happening.
Right.
Yes, two parties are a part of the act, but, she know what she was doing. She knew what the risks were or whatever, the health issues that she had or whatever. So she knew what the situation was.
So since this is your fourth myomectomy, I just want to let you know that it's going to be kind of hard in the future to conceive a child.
And so a lot of times people believe that, the mud or running around in the mud is, messing with certain types of people or whatever, when the conversation is really about you jumping into situations that don't make any sense. You could have dated this man, been in a relationship with this man, done all of the things, and not instantly as soon as you got into a relationship with this man had a baby.
Right. When I got with DeAndre, of course, it happened fast.
Sometimes as a woman, when you jump into things and you're trying to one up the last woman, right? And you're trying to be like, oh, well, you was with him. I have his baby. Oh, you was with him for 6. Well, we were together for less time. And, now we're a family for the rest of our life. Sometimes when you run into those situations, you get your feelings hurt.
Man, this gotta be God. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I've been with Drees for years. She never got pregnant.
Okay, and it's just as simple as that. Like, sometimes that is it. You talking about you being the rebound and the this and the that, and you're hurt and all of this. You're hurt because it didn't work out or pan out how you wanted it to. If it would have, you would have still been bashing the ex on social media. You would have still, been following him around when he on tour, being mad at all the women that he interacts with. You would still have that same nature.
So your girl put out there that she wasn't allowed to get on the road with you because it would make Dej uncomfortable.
Now, for this to be the best that it needs to be, everybody needs to be comfortable. And to do that, I don't really need nobody there but the people that's putting in the effort to make it the greatest.
It's only because he has, solidified that you guys are no longer going to be together. He is doing his own thing. He's happy just having a child and not having that kind of relationship with you, that now you have all this vitriol towards him. What I hope that she learns from this situation is, one, until you are a married woman, everything that you are doing, especially when your father has some kind of status or name, is going to go back to your father. Hence, I say it all the time, women, a man is a representative for a woman, and if a man does anything wrong, it falls back on himself, right? If Deion Sanders is outside tripping, they're going to say something wrong with that man. If his daughter or his wife is outside tripping, they're going to be like, what's wrong with Deion?
Bring it to question.
Why he not checking her?
Yeah.
And it's the same exact thing in this situation, right? And so, I would hope that she is seeing, right, in real time, like, maybe I should stop bringing stuff back to my father's name. Like, maybe everything doesn't have to go on social media. Like, maybe instead of venting to these people on the media, maybe I should phone a friend. Maybe I should be with my family. Maybe I should call.
I don't think that'll happen, man. Especially nowadays, a lot of people are solipsistic. Like, the world revolves around me, and whatever I'm feeling in the moment, that's what it is. And I don't think a lot of people have the foresight to be able to say, I probably got this status because of my dad, my mom, my brother. I probably got this status because of something I didn't do. So let me not bring shame onto their name. I don't think people really think that way.
Somebody and have these real conversations instead of putting the whole world into my business for no reason at all, because your feelings or your emotions or whatever the case is. It's a mess.
Man, good video by Reva. What y'all think about this, man? I really think it do hurt Deion's, the Sanders name in general, because it's like, man, Deion, you supposed to be this X, Y, and Z guy friend, man, great hut, yada, yada. And your daughter out here doing what? Getting knocked up by, Jacquees on the first week, month, whatever it is. But yeah, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. This guy with a mic. Till next time.